Now I'll tell you what this video is not gonna be about. It's not one where I ask you to meditate, to work out, to journal, and to work hard. Those are habits. And I'm talking about life qualities, which are gonna be engraved into your soul. And you will be remembered and known to be a person with these qualities. So let's kick things off with the number one of 5 qualities that you must develop in your 20s. Being ambitious in private. You need to learn to dream high, but to dream in silence. Because then you will be working towards your purpose, your individual purpose. Now note the difference there. A lot of people seem to overlook this particular quality because they think that, I just have to not tell anyone about my ambition, my goals. But it also applies to your achievements, which is where most people falter. Number 2, control and knowledge in your cash flow. Now this again is heavily underestimated because people seem to think, I can just control myself, I can just resist my temptation and my cash will stay exactly where it is and I won't have to worry about it. But you look into your account 10 days later from when you got your salary and you will be surprised, trust me, because you don't just have to resist your temptations, you need to understand exactly where your cash flows. Now, if you have thought about this, you may have come across the concept of the 50-30-20 rule of cash flow, which says 50% of your income should go to your needs, 30% to your wants, and 20% for savings/investing. Now, I'll tell you why this doesn't work. Because we all come from different backgrounds. So we will all have different needs and different levels of income. So I advise you to start with the 50-30-20 rule and then modify it according to your needs. Now, number 3 is self-respect. I'm gonna go on a bit of a cringe therapeutic rant here, but you matter. Your existence matter. Your purpose is yours and only yours to find. Have the minimum respect and love for yourself to know that devaluing yourself for someone else is never healthy and is never the right way to do things. You and I got only one life, one run. No redos, no reruns. That very essence of life makes it worth so much more than what you give it credit for. So respect yourself. Number 4 is knowing when to be silent and when to speak up. Now this is heavily overlooked because of the fact that people think it's very easy. But no one can seem to resist the temptation of wanting to be silent or wanting to speak up in a situation where the opposite is necessary. Fortunately, acknowledging the very problem is the key to finding the solution in this case. Now that you know about this, you will be conscious in certain situations in the future, and the rest is up to you. The number 5 and final quality of life that you should develop in your 20s is goal-oriented thought and action. Every habit that you want to master, every dream that you want to achieve can be broken down into goals. For example, I will meditate for 2 minutes every day for the next 30 days works so much more than I want to improve meditating. This way of thinking and doing makes you stick to the hard work, makes you consistent, makes you disciplined, because now you're able to visualize and perceive a more clear and visible and salient mindset instead of just a vague perception of what you want to be. Work on these qualities, work on yourself, and become an existence that's going to be worth talking about. Subscribe.